Last time on Dungeons and Dickheads, with their armies tackling Helios head-on, the party continued to support in their own special ways, including the resurrection of a horse, the torso of a giant, and the tail of a long-dead serpent. Enraged at the resistance put up by the ragtag troop, Helios let loose an immense breath of flame, engulfing almost everyone and leaving Tok, Ronson and Porkeye all near death. As Ronson felt the flames burn away at him, the spirit of the ancient necromancer he had bargained with appeared to him, gleeful that he had now had the chance to return to the mortal plane through the events of Ronson's death. In return, the necromancer restored Ronson to a sliver of life, one last chance to prove himself. Now, Ronson, as you steady yourself, sort of blinking into consciousness, you notice something is very different. You can sense the dying spirits of your friends, but there's also a crawling sensation down your left arm. On further inspection, you see the black decay that has slowly been growing up it start to make its way towards your fingertips before it leaves your body completely, dropping to the ground. As this happens, you suddenly feel the weight of your newly acquired armour, previously easily manageable, take the strain. Buckling, you fall to your knees, the chest piece slamming into the ground as it falls off you completely. You feel exactly as you did before the necromancer took hold all those weeks ago. Your physical strength diminished, but your knowledge of wider magic and your questionable charisma returning. In front of you, you watch in both terror and awe as the decay you've been carrying around grows from the soil, spawning a number of shadowy figures, their eyes glowing from under their dark hoods. They all turn to you, speaking in unison. Rodson Diego Bentos. You have fulfilled your purpose as our harbinger to the mortal realm, and now our dealings together are done. Ours is your time borrowing our strength. In exchange for your servitude, you and your companions will not be considered our enemy, but that is all. Now, we shall destroy this monstrosity as you could not. Now that monologue's done, on the battlefield, you will now see the Army of Death, and when we get to their turn in battle, Neil, you will be commanding the Army of Death.
Nice.
You kidding me? We've been plugging away at this bastard for bloody hours, and now you show up and decide you're going to get all the glory.
We made a unicorn with a TNT face.
Yes, resourcefulness.
But Porkeye, you're dead.
Oh yeah.
I'm groaning on the floor.
I just fought it very loudly.
Ronson's stats are back to how they were before the Friday the 13th special, all the way back in September. Now that the necromancer has left you, so has his gifts, and you are back to, you've got charisma. I know you hated that charisma being dropped, but your health and your constitution, all that sort of stuff, are back to how they were when you first created Ronson.
I've lost some necromancy stuff. So I had some necromancy powers, did I?
You did, yes. Now you are back to how you were pre that. So you can no longer wear armour. But you're more charismatic, because we all know that is Ronson's forte.
Oh, great.
You say we've been plugging away at this for hours. We're on, I think it's round 4. Tok and Porkeye are on death saving throws. Tok's already done one. We'll be doing Porkeye's first one shortly. Army of Thieves are up first. They've taken a fair chunk of casualties. There are 28 of them left out of the 100 that started.
I'm going to use Callow's mass teleport, and then I'm going to teleport half the way. So we're going to teleport 60 feet. And then if the army's next attack surprises the target, we may do a crit on 18 or 19 as a result. So if I get my little army...
I mean, it'll be fucking surprised because you're in a different postcode at the moment.
I really am. I'm way out. We'll move them 60 feet. So then I can move. So I can move 30 feet then. How far from that dragon? Which means I can hit them, right? No, wait, here we go. Chained weapon. I can make a ranged attack roll.
Oh, yeah.
1d20 plus 3. Oh, my God. First roll of this game. That's a 5.
Yeah, that ain't going to do it. Cool.
Woo-hoo. Go Army of Thieves. Woohoo, rolls.
I'll heal myself then, David. Right, I'll then do Misty Step so I can hide behind my Army of the Dead.
So in a blink of an eye, you disappear off the cliff face where you've been since the start of the battle. No one else. Yep. You've not moved.
I didn't feel the need. until now.
And yeah, you reappear behind the army of the dead, which you seem to have taken the appearance of them quite well. You do have 3 other creatures you need to move for. It's an undead horse with a dead dwarf on the back.
Right, an undead horse with a dwarf on the back. Well, what I'll do is, Hawkeye will come back to life, and I'm going to send the horse careering off towards an enemy. I'll send the horse towards Tok's dead body in the hope that Tok will be resurrected so she can strap the dynamite onto the horse's head, making a makeshift unicorn, in which time probably my undead army will have killed the bloody thing anyway, so it'll be too late. But
the horse is already next to Tok's body.
Right, I'm leaving the horse. We have just wasted 5 minutes on the horse. The horse can stay where it is, okay? So what I'll do is I'll use the one arm of the rib cage to use the tail as a sword and swing it at Helios's face.
And it was a natural one. This rib cage, this poor old giant hasn't been fighting for centuries, and as it swings this makeshift weapon, it just misses. Goes too far. Its arm flings out of the socket.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the tail goes flying off into the distance. And it's now just a rib cage and a head. And now it's the mage army's turn.
Could I get like a distraction roll on that? It distracted Helios.
Well, it's in front of it, and creatures normally attack the thing that's in front of it. So
so there'll be an advantage to the next attack made on Helios thing in that case.
No, there won't.
Yes, there will.
I've got to say, listeners, if I was going to end up with just one player alive, this isn't the one I'd choose. This could be the end of the other 2 characters, and I'd have to carry on with Neil, and I'd have to get 2 other players in.
You mean I can get rid of these 2 chumps?
Don't give him ideas. He's not going to heal us. Dave!
So it's the mage army's turn.
I will do a magic missile bombardment.
Okay.
Why are you shaking your heads?
Read your flipping sheet, Bitey! Please! My character's going to die!
The cat just put its sharpest fucking needle claw right dead centre into my nipple. All in the middle of that. And you know what? That was less painful than the last 5 minutes of this game.
Magic missile bombardment, please.
That misses. They bombard into Helios, doing 22 points of damage.
Not even broke the skin.
It roars a bit. It's a bit preoccupied with this weird skeleton puppet that's in front of it.
He's still watching the skeleton's arm just fly off into the distance.
Swinging a snake's tail. Purple worms. I don't know if I said this last time, but they're below half HP.
They are.
Which means, unfortunately, one of the worms is no longer a worm. It's an ex-worm. It's a deceased worm.
Okay. Well, that makes me really sad. But I can still do multi-attack, so okay. Right. Well, we'll do a nice tail stinger then on this fire elemental. 10. Oh, okay, that's a 16 plus 7. Fantastic. So that is 9, so 18 total.
Yeah, as the worm's tail hits the living flame, it just essentially blows it out, and there's no trace of it left, apart from some singe marks on the ground.
The worm just roars and is really happy with itself, and then just kind of looks down at its fallen comrade and
probably starts eating it.
I mean, I was going to say gives it a little head nudge to see if it wakes up at all. But if you want it to start eating it, Dave, you can change that. I mean, I was making the worms friendly. They are siblings.
That is true.
So maybe it just bites its tail off instead and swallows the stinger.
I mean, we don't want to go down that route, because now I start need to roll if it poisons itself by eating its brother's tail.
Right, so it gives it a little head nudge.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Little head nudge, yeah. And obviously Tok is fallen off, one of the purple worms' backs as well. So Tok's down there on the floor and just look a little bit sad. So the worms don't move at all. They're gonna stay there.
Cool. Okay, it is now Esmeralda. So Esmeralda was caught in the fire breath of Helios. She's not looking too happy, to be honest. Still flying about, but like the membrane between the wings is singed and just not looking particularly well at all. Okay, so she's flying off screen, as it were. Going round all the armies and just disappearing off, following the like a dog when you throw a ball for it.
That's what I was picturing. Yeah.
Helios is happy that it appears to have killed most of the people who were fighting it, but also a bit confused by the skeletal shenanigans that are going on. Normally, this would be the end of the turn. However, we do have the Army of Death to take their turn.
We do. Well, I'm going to do Soul Stealing, which is a ranged attack up to 60 foot. Okay? And it will bore deep into Helios' soul and drain its energy for its own. It's an 11 plus 8 is 19.
That misses, but will do half damage. Army of Thieves.
They're going to use the Intimidating Hold. So I choose a creature that I can see within range. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, AC 16. Or be paralysed for the duration and the end of its turn. Target may make another Wisdom save on success. The spell ends.
Yeah, it was a 21.
You kidding me, Dave?
I'm not.
Listen.
Come on, guys, let's get this together, or this bloody battle's going to go on for another episode after this.
It is over to Ronson, who has started to run away across the battlefield.
Send a massive magic missile at Helios!
You have something, I mean, it's subtly named. It is called Spare the Dying.
Spare the Dying, yes, you're quite right, which, of course, is a cantrip, Dave, I think you'll find. So I'll do some Spare the Dying then in that case, I suppose. Right, okay, I'll use Misty Step, Dave, to go over to Shitey and...
So that'll take you 30 feet and then you can walk the remaining 10.
And then I'll walk the remaining way. Porky, can you hear me, Porky?
No, I'm dead.
Okay. Talk, can you hear me? Well, Talk's quite clearly not dead because she's grunting.
I'm dying.
Yeah, they're in critical condition, yeah.
Critical condition, yeah.
Talk, my Talk, how could I ever let you pass to the other side? I know you're too weak to answer me, but if I bring you back to the living, can we take that as a contract that you will go on a romantic date with me?
She immediately dies.
Yeah. Just rolls over.
Over my dead body and dies.
If you are in agreement with my suggestion, please remain silent. My love, I will bring you back to me. I'm gonna touch Tok then.
Oh dear.
Ronson, with a single tear starts to form in his eye and trickles down his cheek. His hand goes out and it stretches out in front of him. And his eyes focus on Tok's ample purple bosom. But as he reaches forward, his hand goes past the bosom and strokes the side of Tok's face, giving her his life juice.
That feels like character development.
That was almost something until the life juice came out.
Yeah. So that's, you see, what you've got to imagine that cinematically, you see.
Isn't that how they brought back Pikachu in the Pokemon movie?
I don't know.
Just
they didn't touch his breasts.
I think Ash started crying and then poked Pikachu's face or something.
Did Pikachu bring Ash back? I can't remember.
One or the other, I don't know. I'm 42 years old.
Tok, you are stable, which I believe it means you are at 1 HP.
As I feel Ronson's life juice flowing
transferring through your body.
I just reach up and I grab his hand on the side of my face, and my eyes slowly blink open, and I look into Ronson's eyes, and then I cough a little blood and spit in his face.
Unbelievable. And Ronson goes, "Oh, she loves me."
Do you want the horse to do anything?
Oh, I forgot about that frigging horse. Can we not get back into that bloody horse again?
I think it should bow its head like the start of the Lion King.
Yes.
Okay, Mage Army.
Well, it's going to be a magic missile bombardment again, isn't it? D20 plus 2 is... Oh, God. 4.
Yeah, that ain't going to do it. That ain't
Wow.
even half damage.
Could it be 25% damage?
No.
10% damage?
No.
5.
No. But if you do your healing aura, now that Tok's alive, she can use that.
All right, I'll do
It was
that then.
useless when she was dead.
I'll do that then. Thanks, Dave. Thank you, Daddy Dave.
So, Lucius Grimblecronk, having seen that that Ronson has brought Tok back to life, and remembering him as a young scamp at the Mages College, raises his hand, and around him, for 120 feet, is a set of glowing runes as he throws up a healing aura. Basically, any creature within that until the start of the army's next turn can use a bonus action to restore 2d8 plus 5.
Fantastic.
Porkai, I need a death save from you, please.
I'm going to use a real dice for this so we can keep the mystery. I'll be using my Dungeons and Dickheads branded rolling mat from Pickle Pieces Custom.
Oh.
So, up next, it is the Purple Worms. Purple
Oh.
Worm, I should say.
Oh, Dave. Poor worm. Seeing Tok now alive, that worm is pretty happy. You know, Tok stood up, lets out a little gargle in its throat that it's happy that someone's alive now after nudging the worms and Tok on the floor. And then it's going to... Oh, I don't want to kill the worms. But it's going to... it's going to tunnel. Yeah, it's just going to burrow 30 feet towards Helios, and then it's going to... Can it use its action then to double that to get underneath Helios in the ground?
Yeah.
Fan-blooming-tastic. Give me that. Give me that. It's underground. It's burrowed. It's used its action and its bonus action to burrow underground towards Helios.
The worm was down on the ground level. Helios was standing up on the cliff face that the character started on. So the worm has burrowed under the ground, sort of up into that cliff face. So Helios doesn't know where it is. The tunnel that's left behind is obviously the trail it's leaving under the ground. So it can't currently see the worm.
Fantastic. That's the end of the worm's turn because that's its action and bonus action. Okay. So I'm right next to Hawkeye. I will, as my bonus action, cast Healing Word on him. So that should stabilize him, right?
That stabilizes him.
We got a dragon to kill, and I've got a plan. It came to me whilst I was unconscious. Could geological expertise be used to gauge where the dragon is within the cloud because they can feel the vibrations or something? I know that's not its written use, but I'm D&Ding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy if you want to use that to add advantage to a roll.
We'll use that, and I'll just bang a load of arrows in the fake direction of the dragon. Please and thank you. Have another pop.
That hits anyway.
What? We hit?
23 hits, yep.
Oh,
Okay.
23 hits. Right, let's get that
Make a
AC
note,
written
make a note,
down.
everybody.
You hear a shrieking as the arrows disappear into the darkness. It's a pretty surefire sign that you hit. Right, we're going to do the arm, which is now clinging on to the exoskeleton of Helios.
What I would like the arm to do, and I understand the arm is technically under Neil's control, but I'm sure he would agree with me. I would like the arm to start pulling itself onto the dragon's head. And just be ready at that point.
I think I know where you're going with this. I like it.
Okay. Just be on its head, like that fella from the Addams family. That's just a hand.
Okay.
Thing.
I mean, it's assumed that it's unnoticed so far because it's still there. So it's just pulling itself up. So it's on its head.
Okay.
I've got a plan.
The Army of Death will do a bit of soul stealing.
That hits, so you're doing full damage.
Yes. Tell me of these bad boys I'm rolling.
1 for every 50. You've got 200 and something. So 5.
5 what?
D10.
D10. Hang on. Oh, it's a 5D10. Come on, baby. Well, we want a good roll. Oh, there's a 0. There's 3 zeros in. Oh, no, that's 10.
No. 0 to 10s.
Oh,
nice.
Gosh, that upset me then. I was worried.
Oh my God, the
worried.
panic.
42.
Yes.
You got 42 out of 50.
That's amazing.
Yes. We got 3 10s, a 5 and a 7.
And you gain 21 points of health.
Good.
So you've now got 314 health. So there's just like agonized screaming from Helios. So even though you can't, they can't see its form, but they know where it is. They can see the darkness. They're able to just zap its soul away. And Helios is just getting bombarded from every direction at this point. Okay, Army of Thieves.
With their 10 HP, is going to try and hit Helios with the restrain. That's 16, 17, 18. It's at a 19. It's so it's a 19 on a hit matching the AC or higher, the creature's restrained. So yeah, I mean, I need to roll an at 20, don't I, in order to do that? They missed that, so they're gonna run for it. So the army takes a dash, disengage or hide action next to Tok, and this is the wagon, and they're gonna hide using the environment to blend in. Because it's only Callow and who else was it? The Prince of Thieves?
Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, so those two, they're going to come and see Tok. They're going to come and cower with Tok behind the wagon. But they are hidden. They have cunningly disguised themselves. Not quite as badly as Tok has, so they're pretty good at it.
Bronson.
So I might as well just go around healing people.
This really is character development.
I know. Ronson healing someone.
I'll give Shitey a little bit of healing, Dave. What I'll do is I'll go up to Shitey, and again, imagine this is a cinema. Imagine this is your frame. You see my eyes focusing on his crotch, and my hand extends towards the crotch, like that, but then moves past the crotch and strokes the side of his face.
Yeah, you're going to have to use a healing potion, though, because false life only works if they're dead.
And then the camera pans in on a really disappointed-looking poor guy. Fair enough.
Character building.
Can I give him the potion of healing and heal myself?
Yeah, bonus action for potion of healing. Yeah,
I'll do that. I'll let him have my potion of healing because I'm nice.
It's nice now. This is the twist at the end.
I've only got 1, it would seem. Quantity 1. Yeah, okay. Potion of healing. Delete that.
1d4 plus 4. Poor guy.
Rolling.
And then you can use false life if you want to give yourself health.
4.
So you get 8.
What a turn up. 1, 2, 8. Double digits. Here we go. On our way back up to 84.
And for those who might be keeping count, because I obviously have been, when you use false life, Shrighty, that's using charges from the staff rather than spell slots. So you've now used 6 out of your 8 charges from your staff, which is fine, but just so you know. And you need to roll 1d4 plus 9 to see what you get.
1d4 plus 9. 2 plus 9, 11.
Cool. So you can add that. Heal yourself.
Yes. And then I just turn to Parker and say, "Excuse me."
You are excused.
No, is there maybe something you'd like to say?
Oh, right. Thank you for the potion.
There you go. Thank you.
I
Lightness costs nothing.
Might I suggest if you have any movement points left, get out the way. I've got a plan.
Right, I'll move out the way a bit then.
Cool. It's the Mage Army's turn then.
Magic missile bombardment.
So again, it's just into this darkness, but it's fine. As Helios just gets smacked.
In the face. I always aim for the face.
Darkness has only just gone up, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, on my last go.
So it's Porky.
Okay, this is either going to go really well or really badly. I start walking towards Helios, shouting at it.
Oh, poor guy.
Possibly giving it attack of opportunity by getting into range of its fire breath. And I'm just
That's not how attack of opportunity works.
But I'm sort of walking in front of it. It could spit some fire at me if it wanted. Shouting, "Oi, you big flaming bastard. I have 16 hit points. Why don't you have a fucking go? Come on. Throw your stinky hot breath at me. I fucking dare ya. You big leather cunt."
You'll have to see what happens on its turn.
Is it made of leather? I thought that was like bone.
I don't know.
I do a little fart.
He looks like he's got a little treasure chest in his hand as well.
Yeah, metal, it looks kind of metallic.
It's molten fire.
Just a little squeak. I do a little squeak at it.
A Tommy squeaker.
Yeah. But once I've done that, I'll stop at the dynamite on the horse's head and send it on its way. Just give it something to do, eh? Get an end to that.
So where do you want the horse to go?
Straight at the big fiery Helios. I'm assuming I'm not going to have to light the dynamite because it's made of fire.
So you kind of you like here. So you're on the ground. You've got the cliff face in front of you. The horse is in front of you. Dwarven army behind you, and you're like taunting the.
Yep. I've got a plan. I am out of reach of its arms and legs, though.
I've been asked to remind you, we do have a Patreon. Yes, we do. Now, you've just got to search for Dungeons and D-Heads, and you can find more ransom content there. Apparently, whatever that means, I don't know. Right, shall we get on with it, then?
The purple worm.
Where's your frigging cat? And where's bloody Rain amongst all this? Why aren't they chipping in?
Listen.
They're too beautiful for this world.
I want all Ray merch withdrawn. Not a proper member of the team if can't be in the big final battle.
If you remember, he's doing a General Patton impression.
Organising the troops.
Yeah. Got a little tin hat on in front of a big flag.
We're just going to do 2 tail stingers at this Helios. So he's still going to come out the ground, but he's going to wiggle out backwards, and his little tail's going to poke up through the air, and it's just going to go right into Helios with its tail stinger.
No. Get it to fart. Because
I'm not poking the tail up its bum.
No, but the thing's made of fire. Helios is made of fire. It'll ignite him.
I mean...
But he's made of fire.
He's made of fire, Neil.
Yeah, but it might damage his exoskeleton.
Right.
What?
I'm rolling for a tail stinger. Oh, it's a nat 20! Are you actually... Right, I've got a nat 20. So it's plus 7 to hit. 66. Yes. 18 damage. So that's 19 damage for the tail stinger, and then you've got to do the DC saving throw.
Yeah,
19.
Got a 20 on that.
Ah, for goodness sake. Well, okay. On a failed save, it's half as much damage as on a successful one. So I still do the 12d6 roll. 41. Half of 41, so 21 damage.
How does the worm want to do this?
Are you kidding? So after this bravos, everyone's trying to kill Helios. The worm's just snuck by, dug underground, and he's just like, I'm absolutely fuming. You've killed my sibling. You almost killed Tok, and it just sneaks in. Tail goes up. and just pokes it in the eye. It's like, you absolute... I don't know. I don't want to swear too much on this podcast.
I think it's a bit late for that.
I mean, yeah. Well, he pokes him in the eye.
Shy to use the C word.
He did actually earlier, didn't he? But I'm not going to do that because,
Several times.
the worms are nicer than that. But it pokes it in the eye, and hopefully Helios then goes blind and just starts growling, guttural worm growls. That's its guttural worm growls, and Helios hopefully clutches its eye, clawing at it as the poison seeps in, and it turns black and starts dripping down its face, and its flames are extinguished with the black drips.
As it crashes to the ground, its exoskeleton, the legs of the exoskeleton buckling, the flames start to die down. So as it's fading, sort of wisps of flame shoot off. Just so I need everyone just to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
13.
20.
For
Ronson, you are going to take
yeah.
2 points of fire damage. You're fine. Porky, anything happened there?
I rolled a 20.
So you dodged it. We have got the horse running about though.
Oh no, with the dynamite. Wait, but the flames have been extinguished by the black.
As it falls to the ground, it's sort of fire getting put out by this seeping acid. It makes one final attack, rearing its head back and blowing a fireball straight forward.
Attack of opportunity there, Dave. My snake arm wraps itself around its gob and holds its mouth shut as it's doing it.
Okay, give me a strength saving throw.
I will.
No, I thought you were going to either get it to cover its eyes so it couldn't see where it was going, or poke it in the eyes, Three Stooges style.
It definitely manages to hold on to it as the fireball explodes in its mouth. There's goo and acid and fire everywhere. Unfortunately, the arm also gets blown apart in the process, along with bits of the molten armor. As Helios' shape is no longer that of a dragon, it's just a diminishing sun just floating above this cliff.
A hero's death.
But as it starts to fade, you hear a cackling from the army of death.
Hang on, Dave, before you do that, when the arm blows up, could we have like a kind of a flashback, where we all look back on our favourite moments with the hand?
With the arm, yeah, you can.
As it dies. Thank you.
Yeah, fine.
Just, Stephen, could we have some memorial music in there? Because we all take a moment to think about the arm.
Rest in peace, the arm.
I'm glad the army is getting this much attention. The army of death are cackling as wisps of dark magic swell from it and swarm over the form of Helios. Ghouls shrieking and laughing as they swoop around the dying sun. The cackling only increases as the flames die out, replaced by ghostly clouds. And within moments, it's done, as the draconic form of Helios blinks out of view. And in its place, in the sky above, you don't see a sun anymore, but against the already dark sky is the shape of a giant skull made of swirling smoke, a twisted grin on its facsimile of a face. The winds have subsided and the ground has stopped shaking, but there's still a chill in the air as you look up at what was once the sun, now an entity fueled by death itself, overseeing all of life below. Around you are the bodies of your friends and those that did not know you but fought alongside you regardless. All in vain, it seems, as even if any of you survive this, what is survival in a world of darkness? So, you've defeated Helios, but the army of death have used that as an opportunity to take hold. It's gone quiet, but yes, for how long? Everyone sort of stood in shock as it just all happened so quickly. I have been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves, so if you imagine when there's a Fort of the Damned with the big skull in the air, it's a bit like that. That is in the sky rather than the sun, just grinning down at you evilly. And Porky, your dad storms over to you. Look at what you have done, you stupid boy. Did you not... Did you not learn anything from me?
Him again.
Stop doing that. Take away the ruling party and soon something will fill the void, and it's rare that the new something is better than the old something.
I headbutt him a third time.
I'm going to stop talking to you if you're going to keep doing that. And just stomps away.
All wrapped up like a bow. Well done, everyone.
People are kind of pulling them, getting themselves back up off the ground. You've got the Prince, Callow are there. Paul and Martin Daniels have disappeared, probably back into hiding.
Yeah.
Grimble is there. Esmeralda is sort of looking quite beaten, but she looks at you, kind of gesturing to her back, kind of inviting you. You do see the remaining purple worm sort of curling around the body of its brother, and sort of whines in a noise you could only interpret as a cry of sorrow, and it burrows deep into the ground, sort of taking its brother with it and disappearing, sort of giving you all a look as it disappears into the ground. Is there anyone you want to talk to out of this group before you presumably go back home to Flamekeep?
I'll have a chat with Ramona. Ramona, how do you kill a massive planet skull? I've seen the 1986 Transformers film, but it doesn't give me too much in the way of answers.
Well, this is all a little bit new to all of us, I'll be honest. I didn't really know that Ronson had all of that death magic in him, so I didn't know that this was a possibility.
You're not on the Patreon, Ramona.
It was news to me as well.
So, I don't think I'm going to be much help here. My expertise was all of the doodads that you decided not to go after. So,
well, we'd better go get them then, I suppose. Is that going to help?
Not now, no.
Can we have them anyway? Be fun to have a collection of doodads.
Most of them are still in their hidden places because you only went after one of them.
Oh, yeah. That's a point. Someone should have told us to go after the other doodads, shouldn't they?
Yeah, because arguably, if you'd done all that, you'd probably be much stronger when you come and fought this big old dragon.
Is the bad army still there?
What, the army of...
Yeah.
The army of death?
Yeah.
They've just possessed Helios and they're in the sky.
Oh, the actual army themselves have fucked off into the sky. Okay.
Yeah. They've become the sun.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't know how more dramatic I need to make this. They've become the sun.
Well, you just said things happened. I didn't know the actual army. I thought they just stood there going, all right.
No, the army have possessed the sun and are now ruling over the sky.
Okay. Ramona, we're going to have to go away and work some shit out then. You're in charge of the dwarves. Good luck. Remember everything I've taught you.
What, just shirk all responsibility and just do what suits?
Yes. The mark of a true leader.
Understood. Talk, any conversations you want to have?
Yeah, I'll talk to Callow and the Prince of Thieves as I'm hiding in the muck. Are you there? Callow? Prince of Thieves?
Yes. Well, seems like we're finally free from that damned pack that's kept us neutered for centuries. Well done, Lady Tock.
Yes, but at what cost? I think we're going to have to gather some resources and have a look in the archives and see if we can find out anything about these Death Army. I'm not quite sure what happened to Ronson, but it all started back in... and she pulls out her notes. Lafleur, yes. It all started in Lafleur. There was a graveyard near the orphanage. I think we should start there. Maybe we can send anyone who's left to go and investigate underneath.
Let me stop you right there, my dear. I know we might have had a jolly little adventure at Giftmas. You might hear that if you are a part of the Patreon. But that doesn't make us on the same team. You made that very clear when you humiliated me and took away my influence over the guild. No. Eternal darkness, whilst a little bit dramatic, will probably help our thieving quite a bit. So you do what you wish, but I shall be heading off to help the Thieves Guild rise back to its rightful place in society.
And where do you think you're going to get your sustenance? Where do you think you're going to eat? Because that is not a sun. And as far as I'm aware, plants grow from the sun, and whatever you eat eats the plants. And therefore, we are going to run out of food. So yes, I think it does affect you. And I don't think this is going to be a sustainable whatever this is. So I do think we're on the same side, no matter our differences. So I don't think that you can take yourself out of this, actually.
Just watch me. And he clicks his fingers and disappears.
I will just address all my very loyal troops here. Thank you for fighting alongside me. We did a damn fine job, and you supported me well. Now, we move on from this battle. Some say maybe this battle went on a little bit too long. I would not like to make any kind of comment on that either way. But now we can get to the serious business of the days ahead, such as me going on a date with Talk and expanding my Grog's empire. Thank you very much.
So Gribblecronk leads the army of mages away. And Esmeralda wanders over and sort of gestures, allowing you three of you to climb on her back. Ray and Pebbles come out from behind the cart they've been hiding behind.
Yeah, now they come
up.
out. Yeah. Thanks for your help, Ray. Thanks, Ray.
And fly you back. She flies you back to Flame Keep. Over the next week, the three of you aren't able to do much other than rest and recover. You've taken a big beating. The adrenaline sort of kept you going for that last couple of minutes in battle, but you really took a beating. So you've had lots of bed rest. The royal family have arranged for staff to help you with the essentials, and through them you're able to get some sort of snippets as how things have changed in the past 7 days. You hear talk of never-ending darkness, the world in a constant state of twilight. Crops have started to rapidly fail, causing panic amongst the locals. The weather has become unpredictable, with more storms occurring in the last week than the last 12 months combined. Not to mention the tales of people who have left the city never to return, allegedly taken by creatures lurking in the darkness. Eventually, you gain the strength to get out of bed, and each hearing movement from the other areas of the house, all head towards the central hallway, when you kind of all manage to sort of get there at the same time, and you just see a tall figure standing in the central hallway of your house, dressed in an impeccable dark suit. His hair is as white as snow, contrasting against his dark skin. "Ah, madame, sirs, it is so good to see you up and about. I trust the staff have looked after you well."
Hello, Alfred.
Jenkins.
That's what I said.
Alfred Jenkins, nice to meet you.
My name's Porky.
I know, sir.
And who are you?
Alfred Jenkins.
Oh, my apology. I forget you haven't really been with these last few days. I am Jenkins. The royal family
Alfred Jenkins, yeah.
have employed my services to look after your affairs. Considering the current...
excuse me, I didn't know that had come out. Talk, I can tell you right now, I've always stayed absolutely faithful to you. I've never strayed once. Don't listen to Alfred Jenkins and his malicious tongue.
I just meant the admin. The paperwork.
I don't remember having any kind of dalliance with an admin.
Considering the current state of things, I imagine that the royal family expect you to be rather busy over the coming months. So I am here to assist with anything you need, keep the house running, and generally take the burden away from you.
Oh, AJ, you're the new Ramona. I'll call you New Ramona.
I'm just going to call him Alfred Jenkins.
Alfred Jenkins knew Ramona.
Jenkins, please. These two, I'm sorry. I think I've just woken up.
I think we're still concussed.
I think we're still concussed. Sorry, you're here to look after the house and we're to save the world again?
Well, no one has said that in as many words, miss, but I know the royal family have some work they would like you to do for them. I don't know whether it involves saving the whole world. That does feel quite an ambitious target for anyone, let alone 3 people who've just almost died and spent a week in bed.
Some might argue we haven't saved the world once yet.
That is very true. Could I suggest we start somewhere a bit more realistic and I can give you the post you've missed whilst you've been asleep?
Are we going to be like the A-Team now? Is this like in the 3rd series of the A-Team, where the dodgy general starts giving them missions?
One could say it's going to be like season 1 of this podcast, where you will have more episodic type adventures.
Back to basics.
The good old days.
It's messages. Messages. I'm just Tok's holding her head. Just hand on head. Yes, messages.
So, Madame, you have received 100 gold pieces from Mr. Fallowfield in Midsun. I believe you know what that's about.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Diego Bentos, 311.
Yes, Alfred Jenkins.
311 gold pieces for you. This is from the Grunts investment, I believe.
Thank you. Okay, do you remember how much did you get there, Tok?
100, darling.
Oh, it's 100, right, because I got 311. Okay,
Yes.
Don't worry, though, because I am going to wine you and dine you like you've never been wined and dined before.
Yes, well, all expenses are shared equally depending on our income, so yes, I expect that.
You also have some requests from a few of your contacts. But perhaps most urgently, Prince Johann and Miss Oceansong have asked to speak to you at the palace. However, there's also a summons that looks like it's quite important from the Magic Circle at the Arcanix. So I believe that's targeted to you, Mr. Diego Bentos. They're quite insistent you go there as well.
No shit, Sherlock. Or should I say Alfred Jenkins?
And Miss Tok, there is this letter. It's less than legible, but it's from a Zebis.
The little spring lad from the roundabout.
No. Does anyone remember who Zebis is?
I'm still waiting for my post.
The little springy lad from the Magic Roundabout, yes.
No. I'm going to look at my notes.
Do I have any mail?
Not as such, sir, but it would be remiss of me to mention the behaviour of your companion, Mr. Shortking. Ray, I believe you call him. He has been most out of sorts whilst you've been recovering. He might need some of your attention. I don't speak Otter. I don't know what's wrong.
Bring me my boy.
Okay, so whilst he goes off to get Ray, Tok, you read this letter from Zebis.
It's from the kid in the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a tiefling kid.
Yeah,
I just forget Hawkeye occasionally does that. And I make myself laugh every time I remember.
So this letter to Tok reads, Dear Tok, I hope you're okay now the sun has gone out. It's not so bad for us really, is it? Please come and see us if you can. Things aren't good and I'm worried about Mother Ira. Zebis.
Okay.
So that's that letter. And then, so then Jenkins brings Ray out to you.
Oh, hello, Ray. Didn't see you much when we were having a big old climactic battle.
It was busy protecting our merch empire. I'll cast speak to animals.
Busy cowering like a coward.
I think you and Tok did to the brunt of that. My little boy, my little prince. What's wrong?
Papa Short King, you almost died. You almost died. And I couldn't help. And the people long ago in season 1, they said I had a great power and I could have helped you if just I harnessed it. Please take me to go and see my family in the forest.
My child. the ability to control frogs would probably not have been a huge help in that battle, I'll be honest. But also, I ain't gonna die. I can't die. I have 84 hit points, and I'm indestructible, basically, so you never have to worry about your little pappy dying. But if you want to learn how to be a super powerful otter, if that's what you want in your little heroic heart, is to gain powers to help people, then I will support you every step of the way.
Thank you, Papa Short King.
That's all right. Do you want a knapsack on a stick?
Oh, I thought we were going to go together.
Oh, I thought you...
I didn't realise you were going to send me off on my own.
I just meant in general. Would you like one? They're quite
I keep
fun.
stuff in my hat.
Oh, you do? Of course you do. What a dafty. Okay, we'll add that to the mission list. Please do remind us every so often of that, and we'll make sure you get your powers.
So, having gone through all of that, Jenkins said, so, which do you think you would like to do first? So you have the royal family here in Flame Keep, the tiefling child in Lafleur, or going to see the magic circle at the Arcanix, or helping Ray here. Which of those do you think you will be doing
Which is closest?
Well, obviously Ocean Song and Johan at the palace is the closest.
I think we should go and help the royal family first, or chat with them, because they're paying our rent currently.
They might have access to some archives about these things happening in the past. So
exactly.
I think that we should definitely go and see them. Research, and we don't want to go in blind as we did so.
And we also need
before.
to get a statue of Slappy or Squirty, whichever one died, put up in the centre of the town.
Exactly. I think I'd definitely go and see the royal family, yes. But I do want to go and see Davis. Oh, he was such a nice little boy. But it's girl. Sorry, I am a bit.
Shall we take them in distance order?
I'm hesitant to go back so fast. I don't really want to confront Mother Ira, but I am concerned about her.
Because you pushed her off a roof?
No, that's not it at all, Porky. I don't know what you're talking about. She slipped.
Off the roof?
Out of the
her
side
body
of
slipped off your hand as you were pushing.
Right, so I feel very bad that I was so weak in that moment, and this is why we should go and see the prince and the princess.
I don't think you were that weak. You threw her a good foot.
It was a carry, and I failed to hold her down a ladder.
Looked like a throw to me.
And I think we should be prepared for anything that's ahead of us. So I think Ocean Song and Johan, and then eventually we might find Zebis. And I'll apologise to her.
I will alert the palace of your upcoming arrival. And if there's anything else you need from me, just shout. I am here to serve.
Could you remind them that I'm meant to be giving away the bride?
I will. I do believe the wedding has been put on hold slightly. Something to do with the fact that there's a giant skull in the sky.
The big death skull. Yeah, that's understandable. Yes. Sometimes you forget, don't you?
And as we close a chapter on this adventure, everybody, and we look towards the sky and see there is no sun, may I please remind you of this. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
I bet it won't.
Yes, I also agree.
Ramona's got a point.
Yes, I don't believe that there will be sun tomorrow, actually, Ronson.
It's metaphorical. It doesn't actually mean in 24 hours' time.
Well,
it means in a brighter future if we all club together and we all work together.
No, you see, as a bard, you must not. I mean, inspiration is everything, but if you really want to practice your bard skills, maybe you should go and sing in a tavern, see how people react to you first.
I'd bring the house down. It wouldn't be the first time.
We don't need to bring any more taverns down. And that is where we are going to leave it. And you will all be very pleased to know that between now and the next time we meet, you need to level up to level 9.
Yay!
Oh, jolly good.
And that is the end of season 2
Series.
of Dungeons and Dickheads. Series 2 of Dungeons and Dickheads.
The series.
Whichever.
The series is Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dickheads. The season is 2.
And we will be obviously starting series 3, season 3, next time. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dave.
I was going to say well done, but
thank you, Dave.
There's
Yeah,
a big
the
death
worms.
skull in the sky.
No, my worms did absolute. Did you see that, Nat? I was proud. My
One of them
worm.
died, Vic.
No, listen, they were absolutely. They were distraught. They were on a rampage. They were going for it. They knew what they were doing. I'm proud.
Well, that was a white knuckle ride, wasn't it? What a thrilling way to end. Again, I say this, but as previously stated, these are pre-recorded, so could have been a bit of a damp squib, couldn't it? We have had a damp squid in the show before, so it's more than possible. Please go follow us on Twitter at Dungeons and D-Heads. Okay, that's very, very important. Until next time, everybody, take care.
This podcast is part of Podomedy, the UK's podcast comedy network. Why not laugh at what else we've got? Visit podomedy.com.